Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show, and welcome to an unscripted shitpost. I haven't done this in a long time, but this video from Mashed really fired me up, and I just feel like I need to say something, express some feelings, emotions, and opinions here. So, Mashed uploaded The Secret History of Overwatch, and it's an excellent, badass video. Link in the description and in the comments section down below. Watch this video. It's awesome. They obviously put a ton of work and effort into it, into the animation, to even the writing of the dialogue of the video. Like, the effort is just phenomenal. And the thing about this video, Mashed's video, The Secret History of Overwatch, is that it just blows wide open and exposes, and not just Overwatch the video game, not just Activision Blizzard, but all of AAA gaming for what I consider to be, in my personal opinion, not going to be completely hyperbolic and pretentious over here, but to me personally, this video exposes the massive missed potential, the missed opportunities of the AAA gaming industry, of Overwatch, of Activision Blizzard, of just video games and the industry. We're missing out on telling great stories. It's embarrassing. This video should embarrass Activision Blizzard. These fans, these animators, this YouTube channel is telling a better, interesting, more complex story than their multi-million, multi-billion dollar AAA video game. I've been one of Overwatch's biggest critics since day one, and one of my major criticisms was, of course, the game's lack of story. It has this amazing, colorful, memorable, unique cast of characters, and proceeds to do nothing with them but kill each other in deathmatch. And even worse than that, is Blizzard keeps teasing and hinting at a bigger, more interesting, complex world and characters with their fucking cinematic trailers that aren't even in the game. It's basically false advertising, which I have been saying from day one, that Activision Blizzard has been falsely advertising Overwatch as having a story, as having some sort of campaign, but they don't. What are some of the most beloved, most cherished video games of all time? Games that tell great stories and have great, memorable characters that you fucking care about. Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, Final Fantasy VII, The Last of Us. Even the Call of Duty video games, even the most memorable and most beloved Call of Duty video games are the ones with the best single-player story campaigns. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, World at War, Black Ops 1. And as much shit as I give Call of Duty, and we all give Call of Duty, it's much deserved shit that Call of Duty gets its way, at least Call of Duty still attempts story campaigns. They still attempt. They don't always succeed with their story campaigns, but they make the attempt, damn it. They at least try to tell an somewhat interesting story with somewhat memorable characters to certain degrees. It varies from Call of Duty to Call of Duty, but at least, goddammit, they're still trying. I applaud the effort. I applaud at least the attempt. But when it comes to Overwatch, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for Activision. There's no excuse for Blizzard. You set up this fascinating, interesting world, and you build up these characters, and then you do nothing with them. What happened to Blizzard? What happened to them telling memorable stories with memorable characters, with the Warcraft campaigns, the Starcraft campaigns? Look, I have no problem with world building and lore. I love world building and lore. But if you're not gonna do anything with it in your game, then what's the point? If you're just gonna be a multiplayer only game, then why have world building and lore? People are there for the gameplay. Look at PUBG. I have no problem with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds not having a story or lore or any of that bullshit. That's fine. It's a multiplayer only game. It knows it's a multiplayer only game. People aren't coming to PUBG for story, characters, and lore. They're coming into the game to kill the shit out of one another. Yet Overwatch, being a multiplayer only game, has all these interesting characters and lore that they do nothing with. And yet Overwatch fanboy sheep shills still act like it's perfectly okay for Blizzard not to give you a single-player campaign, and yet we'll bitch about other video games not giving us single-player campaigns. Oh, but Blizzard, they can do no wrong. We'll call out Ubisoft for Rainbow Six Siege not having a campaign. We'll call out EA and DICE for not adding a campaign in the original Star Wars Battlefront. Oh, but Overwatch, Activision Blizzard, they get a free pass. Fuck giving us less content for $60. Look, the reason this irritates me so much, the reason I'm getting so passionate and riled up about this over the secret history of Overwatch video uploaded by Mashed, is I'm looking at it from a businessman point of view. As someone who has worked and been an employee of several businesses, and someone who has tried to start up several businesses, as well as somewhat maintaining a business with this YouTube channel, it makes no sense, because I know Activision Blizzard, you love money, you want money, I do too. So why not take advantage of the passion and the craving for story and characters? These things are profitable, these things are marketable, these things create longtime fans and consumers. For Christ's sakes, just look at Telltale Games. Telltale Games were able to make an absolute bloody fortune just on telling stories with good characters. It was arguable whether or not Telltale's games were even games and not just interactable cutscenes and movies. But because the writing was so good and the characters were so good and the story was so good and people were invested in these things, they were willing to throw money at the screen and give their money to Telltale Games. It just infuriates me. All the money! All that money just lying there, not being accumulated. Activision Blizzard, you've already made a fortune on Overwatch. You could be making an even bigger fortune. There's so much money that you're just leaving on the table and not taking. It's yours. It's there for the taking. You have the story and the characters, yet you do nothing with it. But then again, can I blame Activision Blizzard? Can I blame AAA gaming companies and publishers in general? No, I can't. Now, some of you are going, what? Yes, you can. Oh, they suck. They're the devil. No, this is the fault of gamers. Because, how about we do this, guys? Let's take a look. This is an article by Forbes, but it's backed up by evidence and numbers. The best-selling games of 2017. What were the best-selling games of 2017? Call of Duty World War II, and let's admit it, that is only top-selling for its multiplayer. NBA 2K, multiplayer only. Destiny 2, most people bought that for the multiplayer. Madden NFL, most people bought that for the multiplayer. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, this is a good example, but it's Nintendo, it's console exclusive to the Switch, and there's a tiny bit of anti-consumer stuff we could go into there, but from what I hear, it's a good game. It's a single player only. That's a good sign. So there is demand for single player, and yeah, Grand Theft Auto, that's still selling because of All 9. That's still selling because of its multiplayer. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, that sold because of co-op. People really wanted to get that for co-op. I'm sure there was a lot of single-player players too. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I'm still shocked that despite all the virtue signaling, the moral fagging, and everybody saying, oh, we're going to boycott this game, it was the 8th best-selling game of 2017. Despite all the controversy and outrage, still 8th best-selling game of 2017. That's crazy. Most people bought that for the multiplayer. Super Mario Odyssey, single-player only, and never signed. Their single-player can sell. And Mario Kart 8, co-op multiplayer. The vast majority, out of the top 10 best-selling games of 2017, multiplayer, technically multiplayer. Multiplayer games just sell more. They sell more and they're more popular than single-player story games. It sucks dick. Story-based games are more critically acclaimed, they're more remembered, they're more beloved, but multiplayer games sell more, and they have the bigger player numbers. And I can't blame AAA companies for following the money. As a businessman, I can't blame that. I can't blame that mindset. But But it's also the money that's not being accumulated, the money that's being wasted by not taking advantage of the fans that love lore and characters. There's money to be made on merchandising. Just look at Star Wars. Star Wars is the most popular, one of the most popular franchises of all time for its characters, for its stories. Ugh. And the fact that these YouTubers, these animators, are telling a better, more interesting story and have better writing, and actually do writing rather than Activision Blizzard with their millions upon billions of dollars. Like, basically what I'm getting at here, this is a petty, childish rant. I haven't slept. I'm not gonna lie. This is a sleep-deprived rant. Just what could have been the awesome story campaign and characters that could have been in Overwatch. Ugh. It's why I still prefer Battleborn. Oh, man. Don't underestimate storytelling. Don't underestimate characters in your video games, people. Don't underestimate them. Don't underestimate it. Story and characters can be such a powerful thing, a powerful motivator, powerful selling point. You can make millions of dollars just off of story and characters. Why not take advantage of that? Why throw away that potential? Oh shit, I've been ranting for 10 minutes now. Oh no, 11 minutes now. Look, I realize this was petty and childish, but I'm sleep deprived. I'm being irrational right now, so I apologize for this immature behavior. But I hope some of you got a kick out of this video, and hopefully I'll make $1 off it too. That'll be swell. I'm gonna stop recording now. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Oh, and remember to hit the notification bell, since I just found out YouTube is actively blocking subs from seeing videos now. You have to subscribe twice. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. God, I gotta get some sleep. Drink some coffee. Oh, I hate coffee. Where's this going? I don't know. Bye, everybody. See you in the next video.